Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, a few days ago, I had a chat with three different recruiters here in the UK, and the major purpose of the conversation is one of the things I do aside from my full-time job is working as a career coach. And I mean, in 2025 alone, we've helped over 116 individuals land different roles in the UK, cutting across different tech roles, data analytics, project management, digital marketing, business analysis. I mean, just to mention a few, even UI UX design. We got an offer for a UI UX designer a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's just super exciting how much offer I've been able to get in the year 2025. And we're looking forward to the rest of the year and of course next year. Now, the major purpose of making this video basically is I got quite a number of pointers from these recruiters around immigrants trying to get professional jobs in the UK. And as you can see on the screen, this was the job offer we got this November with HMRC. This individual was trained by TechDrive in data analytics, and he was able to harness all of the skill set we learned during the training, the support we gave on the CV review, interview prep, just to mention a few, and he just landed a job, as you can see, with HMRC as a data analyst. If you need support with your CV or you need support with your interview prep, click on the link in the description and get on to book a session so you can get as much help and support to land in your next job role. Now, I've also spoken with the recruiters, and I just wanted to kind of get their thoughts on why it's difficult for some people to land job offers here in the UK. I mean, many migrants are going back home in their massive numbers because of the issues that comes with landing job offers or being able to even get interviews. And you know, every individual watching this video, you're probably all in different levels. Some people are struggling to land interviews, while others are actually getting interviews, but they're struggling to land job offers. So whichever situation or whichever group you fall under, this video would definitely be relevant for you. Now, I spoke to one of the recruiters, and he mentioned how for every job application or every job vacancy they push out there, they get hundreds of applications within the first 1 week. And that's the ideology or the mindset I want everyone who's trying to get a professional job in the UK to always have it in mind that this application you're submitting, there are hundreds of other people submitting, their own application also for this exact same job role. And you need to have, when you're working on your CV or when you're working on your cover letter, or if it's a public sector job, you're working on a supporting statement, the idea in your mind should always be, what I'm writing, is it competitive enough to land me an interview, to get me to the next stage of the job application? That should always be like the thought or the ideology in your mind, because if you meet all of the requirements and there are three other people that meet, or three other individuals, or say 5 other individuals that also meet the requirements and a bit over, you don't stand a chance anymore, even if you meet all of the requirements. And that's the secret. It's more of a competition now than just you meeting the requirement for the role. So I'm going to give an example one of the recruiters gave me. So it was like they had this particular role for a user researcher, job vacancy, and in the first 8 days, they had about 300 and something applications, and based on the so the role is a point-based system basically when they're shortlisting. Now they had according to him, they had about 30 something people that met all of the requirements for the role. And obviously, no recruiter, no employer has the time to actually run interview session for 30 something people. I mean, it's not realistic. It's a whole lot of resources to put into such vacancy or such applications. So what they did was they had to raise the bar. So instead of saying, oh, if you get a 70 points in terms of meeting up with the essential and the desirable criteria for the role, you get called for an interview. When they saw that over 30 people met the 70 points, they had to raise the bar to, according to him, about 88% or thereabouts. And when they raised the bar from 70 to 88%, they were able to cut down the number of people that were qualified for interview from 30 something to about, I think, 7 people that eventually had more than that 88%. Now, what happens now is that the 20 something people that initially met the requirement but didn't get called for an interview, they get a rejection. And the first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, how did I get a rejection? I thought I'm qualified. I've got the experience. I've got the skill set. The second is that, yes, you met the requirement initially. However, looking at the quality of applications the recruiter got or the employer got, you don't stand a chance anymore because your application is not top notch. And that's where working on your CV comes into the picture. That's where the whole idea of having UK work experience is non-negotiable. These are some of the things that, kind of cut immigrants off the process. Does that make any sense? So it's really important to make sure that you put your best foot forward. And that's why we tell people that, see, one of the things that we help people build advantage on when it comes to job search is having that UK experience. And that's one of the things that TechDrive provides. We give you a UK experience. You get to work on projects that you get to add on your portfolio. And we provide our work experience to give you competitive advantage on your next application. I mean, from our work experience program alone, in the last 3 months, we've had about 15 people who landed job offers from the work experience program with TechDrive. So if you're someone who's struggling to land a job, struggling to land interview invites, and lack of UK experience is something that is putting you at so much disadvantage, you want to click on the link in the description of this video or send an email to info@techdriveuk.com to get more details about the UK work experience program so you can leverage on this to landing your next job. Or if you have the experience, however, your CV is not getting you an interview, you also do want to click on the link in the description of this video to book a session for your CV review. So your CV will be completely revamped and it gives you edge when you start pushing out application, if that makes sense. So put your best foot forward is non-negotiable. I remember the last time I did a CV for someone for a business analyst role last, I think, around mid-October. And when I sent the CV to her, she was like, Dan, this is a whole lot. Are you sure this is not too much? Are you sure this CV is not saying too much? I'm like, madam, apply for jobs with this CV. And between the middle of October till date, she has got 3 different interviews, all from that same CV. 3 interviews. And one of the interviews, she's on the last stage now and hoping that, it works out eventually for her. So that's the power of getting help with your CV. It helps you move to that next stage to landing your next job in whatever role you're trying to get. So if you're looking at getting a job in data analytics, data engineering, research, user research, UI UX design, project management, whatever job role it is, get as much support as you can. So it gives you competitive edge when you start pushing out application. So it's a competition. So you need to put your best foot forward. You need to get your UK work experience sorted. That's not negotiable. And the chances of you landing a job without UK work experience is very low. So if you're a student, you're on a postdoc work visa, start looking for opportunity to, intern or get into boot camp or reach out to TechDrive to join the work experience program so that you can build a work experience on your CV towards the end of your program, that to give you a competitive edge when you start pushing out application. And say, all of this is non-negotiable. If you don't have it, you're going to struggle to land jobs. Now, I spoke to another recruiter who was telling me how so many individuals who are trying to get professional jobs, and they get on the interview stage and they mess up massively in terms of like tech skills, technical assessments. They are actually not convinced they actually do have the skills. So that's why I tell people that, see, it's not enough for you to have a fancy or a shiny CV that gives you edge towards interview. Can you actually do the job? I see people who claim to be data analysts, they have experience in data analytics. I give them simple tasks like XLOOKUP, simple tasks like VLOOKUP, pivot table, pivot chart. So ensure you have the right skill set for the role you're applying for. It's non-negotiable, please. Make sure you pick the right skill set so that when you get to that interview stage, you don't mess things up, if that makes sense. And that's why if you're looking at transitioning into data analytics, I've got a good news for you. TechDrive organizing a 6 weeks intensive training from the 10th of January 2026. And on this training, you're going to learn everything you need to know to get your first data analyst job. You also get help with your CV. You get help with working on portfolio, creating projects, getting that UK work experience on your CV to give you edge among many other things. All you need to do is to send an email to info@techdriveuk.com or send a WhatsApp message to the number displayed on your screen right now. Trust me, guys, you definitely will be glad that you did. So this is the end of this video. If you have any question, send those questions in the comment section. If you'd like to jump on the one-to-one session, there's a link in the description of this video to jump on a one-to-one session so we can have conversations on how we can move from where you are to where you want to be in your career. I hope you find this video resourceful. If you do, click on the like button. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.